Hello everybody, I am Tom, and you are watching me play Dark Souls. Today, I think we're going to go and take on ORNSTEIN and SMOUGH. I'm going to try and punch them to death. Apparently I'm online, because there's some, people here. Ow. That was a shame. Always good to get a good parry in to begin with, just so you can, get some practice. Yeah. So, as I showed last time, you can do this shortcut here. It just cuts out that whole section of going up and all the way back down again. Or coming through here. There's a Titanite demon in there, I'm not going to bother killing him. I've killed all the other ones, but that one is, like, it's not in your way at all, so there's, like, not a huge amount of point to do it. You see this guy right here? I'll zoom in on him or something. But he's annoying, so the easiest way to deal with him is actually to go all the way around and kill him. Ordinarily I don't, I usually just run past him and go straight into the boss fight, which is up those stairs. You can't really see it, you'll see in a second. But while I'm up here, I may as well open up some shortcuts. Most notably, if you walk out here, be very careful you don't go too far. You get yourself your Dragon Slayer Great Bow, which is the bow that those knights have, and the Dragon Slayer Arrow. And then you can drop out here. Careful, there is a dude down here. See if I can get the drop attack. Totally did. There's another one up here. Hey, buddy. I just hate the hit there because he kept jumping backwards. It was kind of annoying. Alright. So now that we're down this side, this is just the opposite side to where we were before. If you open up this door, this guy shouldn't hear me. There are the stairs you go. There's the rotating stairwell that creates the bridge, so you can come up and walk up here. We went right when we first went in. You can go left instead and come this way now. This door only opens from this side, so you can't come here from the start. But after it's opened, you're freely allowed to walk through there, whatever way you wish. If you get invaded in Anor Londo, it's worth noting, a lot of invaders will open that door to try and get to you, because they spawn, like, out here sometimes. So that can be useful, if unexpected. You notice there's two guys here. Once again, it's one of the guys trying to do a sneaky on you. Stop trying to throw lightning spears at me. Oh. Speaking of being invaded, it's bound to happen sooner or later. I'm not entirely sure where they're going to come from. They usually spawn all the way at the top, so I guess I'll run back this way. I didn't plan to get invaded here, but also, this guy is a cool bro. Don't attack him. He's a blacksmith. I'll go back and show him in a second. Oh, hello. I'll take this guy down here and we can fight like in the open. Probably a good idea. I like it when people actually fight. Oh. Give me an indictment. Cool, no healing. Works for me. Ooh, Fury Sword. Oop. Ooh, and the backstab. And you can see my Smurf blue color as I die. No, I'm not gonna indict him. Actually, maybe he wanted me to indict him. That would make sense why he dropped an indictment. Hmm. I don't know why you would want to be indicted. That, by the way, is another Covenant type thing. You can drop indictments when people invade you and are particularly dishonorable. I don't know why he dropped it. My assumption is... I mean, it gets you hunted by another faction, so maybe he wants to be hunted by the other faction, is my only thought. Eh, it's hard to say. Anyway, we're no longer human, so we don't have to worry about being invaded. I don't particularly mind being invaded, it's just that, like, when I'm doing, like, the playthrough, I prefer not to be, because it just takes time. You know what I mean? Like, if you get invaded every time you come through here, it just gets a bit tedious. Once again, jump over the banister, because it's nice and quick. Now, where that stairwell was, I can now show with relative ease. That, by the way, is where the boss fight is. So you go down there, past that big Iron Man, and you just... big Iron Man. And then you run through that fog door and the boss is in there. Or the bosses are in there, I should say. But down this stairwell here is where we started coming up before. You can hear the hammering of that blacksmith again. Now this blacksmith is notable because he allows you to make lightning weapons. So if you're infused with lightning, it's quite useful.
Are you forge your weapons?
He's not much of a talker, but I like him nonetheless. The other notable thing is that you can buy Twinkling Titanite from him. So if you have a special weapon and you don't have enough Twinkling Titanite to upgrade it, you can just straight up buy it from this guy. He also has the giant stuff, both the full set of armor and the weapons they have. And you can buy Moonlight Arrows from him, which do magic damage. They're best coupled with a specific bow, but I can show that later. Also, Dragon Slayer arrows, they're very expensive, same with Moonlight Arrows. And he sells all the other kind of ammunition, lightning bolts. Never really use them, but hey, I never really use crossbows, so that's probably why. Cometh soon. Not too bad if you catch those guys in a corner, I suppose. Should be able to avoid that other guy. I guess I want that drop. So I will kill these guys. I love how, like... What would be the correct... Like, there's so little... another way to kill this guy. Once again, he's one of the guys where you can usually just run at him. Nope. They've obviously fixed their AI, I think. Well, that was dumb. And entirely my own fault. I really need to stop getting hit by that. Okay, and we're back once again. There we go. Kill people. Oh yeah. Titanite chunk. That's what I wanted. Yeah, despite those guys having wings, they can't actually fly, which is, you know, interesting. So you can just knock them off the edge. Now, that shouldn't have taken me anywhere near as long as it did, but those 3 enemies are dead. But if we come up behind Goff, careful not to hit him, but if you roll, you should be fine. You should get this open notification. Which gets you the Hawk Ring. It's pretty hard to see that treasure chest. You can kind of see it from this angle better, but it's actually hard to get. Oh, you can kind of get into it that angle. It's easier to get from behind his ass though. But that gives you the Hawk Ring, and what the Hawk Ring does is it ups your bow range. So one of the special rings granted to the 4 Knights of Gwyn. The Hawk Ring belonged to the Hawkeye Goth, who led the Great Archers. Boost bow range so that arrows fly like they were shot by Goth's great bow, which took down high-flying dragons. Which we will actually meet Goth later in the story, which is fun. And there is a thematic reason why that ring is next to that big giant blacksmith. But now we've done that, which was supposed to be a side area that wasn't supposed to take me any time, we can run down here. This is where this archer is. He will try and shoot at you, but usually we'll just hit the banister instead. Like a big dum-dum that he is. And sooner or later he'll get his sword out. There we go. Don't shield bash me, you son of a bitch. Get parried. So now he's dead, this becomes a bit easier. A couple of things I want to do down here, most notably, I feel the black eye orb quivering. So I could do this now, I suppose. I'm gonna drop down here. If you run over to this corner, which is the opposite direction of the boss, you'll find this, which you can push. That was close. Which opens these doors, which are the main doors, so you can come straight back in here later if you wish. These guys are just bigger versions of the other guys. They're not particularly difficult. That attack does a lot of poise damage. Oop! They also do Wrath of the Gods, which sucks. And they can attack through that wall, which also sucks. Honestly, I usually don't kill them. They can drop Titanite chunks, which is worth noting. Ow. I call semi-bullshit on that. I don't want to be locked onto these guys right now. They can also heal, it's worth noting. Wrath of the Gods is a really annoying spell, both in PvP and PvE. It just does like a big shockwave. Oh yeah, he's dead. And he didn't drop anything for me. Not entirely surprising, but there's these 2 guys here. Usually I just run past them, and I suggest, and I will be running past them if I die to ORNSTEIN and SMOUGH. But I'll kill them the first time, just because I can. Ow. Never use all your stamina, for that specific reason, boys and girls. Hey, don't heal. They can also heal. As I mentioned before, I think. In any case, ORNSTEIN and SMOUGH. I feel like I'm probably going to use Power Within for this fight. I don't know whether that's a good idea or not, but I'm going to do it. Once again, one of the cooler cutscenes in the game. Watch for Ornstein, he often dashes at you. Like, he's trying to do now. Don't do your run attack, SMOUGH, it's annoying. Don't do your run attack twice, SMOUGH, that's annoying. Having said that, damage-wise, Jesus. So Ornstein's at half health. Power within a dragon. Run at me faster. Did I just bite Ornstein? I'm pretty sure I just bit Ornstein. That's a thing I can do, apparently. Ooh, SMOUGH got me. I rolled too early there. I saw him winding up for the attack and I panicked. I should have waited about a fraction of a second. I would have been able to roll through that massive hammer. But I'll cut this out. I'll just run back and I'll splice in all my deaths and then just show the winning attempt in its entirety. Well, fucked in the corner, I suppose. Should have rolled sideways rather than directly back when he went for a stabber move, but, you know, what you gonna do? Alright, so that's the hard part done. Honestly, fighting two guys at once. Ooh. Poor Ornstein. You notice he wasn't actually quite dead there, his finger was moving, if you watch closely. And SMOUGH just says fuck it and kills the motherfucker, so there's that. He's a bit of a dick. So now we have Super SMOUGH to deal with. Don't do your fucking train move, please. Do the good move where you just jump up in the air, please. That's the good move. Ow. I didn't have enough stamina to do a second roll there, which is what fucked me. That was close. I did a double drink there when I didn't really need to, which could have fucked me. 2 rolls get you out of that, by the way. There we go. Simple enough. Cool. Gives me humanity. If we look here, we got big statue of Guinevere, and then no one. Presumably supposed to be the sun's firstborn, and they've gotten rid of him. Nice touch here. This is a small elevator. If we go to the other side, there's a big elevator. Implication being one for SMOUGH and one for ORNSTEIN. But our prize for doing that is a bonfire. I have 50,000 souls. I can get 2 levels. I may as well go strength to 30. And then I'll start going vitality. Because I do need more health. Like, it was noticeable in that fight. There was a couple of times I died where if I just had like a bit more health I would have been fine. There's nothing up here quite yet, except for this massive door here. Be the message I hope you are. Sniper ahead, okay. Kind of. Chest ahead, here we go. That was the one I wanted. Amazing chest ahead would have been the better one, but what you gonna do? Hey Guinevere.
Thou hast journeyed far, and overcome much, chosen undead. Come hither, child. O chosen undead, I am Guinevere, daughter of Lord Gwyn and Queen of Sunlight. Since the day Father his form did obscureth, I have awaited thee. I bequeath the Lord Vessel to thee.
With the power of the Lord Vessel, you may walk between bonfires. That's kind of huge.
And beseech thee, succeed Lord Gwyn, and inheriteth the fire of our world. Thou shalt endeth this eternal twilight, and avert further undead sacrifices.
Spoilers, she's not real. She's just a projection. A very powerful magic projection, done by Gwyn's other son. Or daughter, depending on what way you want to look at it. Daughter as far as Gwyn's concerned, probably son as far as he's concerned. But I think that's going to be it for today, because with the faffing about it at the start, it's probably a fairly reasonable sized episode. I haven't actually done the timing for it correctly, because I had that huge break in the middle, but I think that will probably about do it. So we can now walk between bonfires, which is nice. Next episode, I'm going to do the Black Orb quest, I suppose, down there. You notice when I ran in there, it said the Black Orb is quivering. Essentially, that is the thing we picked up. Here it is. Mystic orb found on a firekeeper's corpse. Invade the world of the murderer of the firekeeper to defeat the perpetrator and reclaim the soul of the firekeeper. The Black Eye keeps constant watch on the city of gods, Anolondo. So, we picked that up from Anastasia when she was dead underneath the Firelink fire. So we can invade her murderer's world and kill him and grab her soul back. And actually bring her back to life, which is quite nice. But I'll do that next episode, and then we'll continue on with the story, I suppose. So, thanks for watching, and I shall see you next time. Bye.